Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I am here again just to talk this morning and share a little bit of what God has been doing in my life this morning. Today on this Wednesday. I do a prayer call every other Wednesday. And this morning I had a guest who was coming on this morning, but unfortunately there were technical difficulties and she was not able to come on. And so I actually taught the lesson and did the prayer this morning. And why am I saying all of that? Why am I telling you that? I'm telling you that because God is an on-time God. I know it's an old song that used to be sung, but God is an on-time God. And why is it so important to know that God is an on-time God? Because when you show up as yourself, when you show up in your own story, when you are doing what you are supposed to be doing, God will show up when you least think that he will. And I taught this morning from Psalms 139, and the key verse is I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. And that's what I want to share with you this morning. No matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, God is always with you. He's there. He says, the text says that if I take the wings of the morning and fly to the othermost parts of the earth, that God is there. If I make my bed in hell, God is there. Wherever you are, God is right there with you. So don't worry about what today may hold. You are not by yourself. Not only did God give me a word for the prayer call this morning in an instant to give me a good word for the people this morning, when I got on the expressway a few minutes ago, as soon as I merged onto the expressway, I was engulfed with heavy fog, thick fog, like we were talking about the other day. And in the midst of this fog, as soon as I got in the fog, I began to sing a song to the Lord. And I began to sing victory. It just erupted in me. Victory is mine. And I sang that song. And as soon as I finished singing that song, and I'm thinking about how dense this fog is, how thick it is, how many cars there are out here on the expressway, but I knew that God had me. The same God who prepared me this morning for a prayer call that I was hosting, and my role as the host this morning was to pray and introduce our guests, but I had to bring the word this morning and do the whole prayer call. And I'm just thankful that God, what I had sat there and studied, God brought up and God used it from Psalms 139 to let me know that he is an ever-present God. He showed himself strong when I got on the expressway and got engulfed with all the fog this morning. I drove all the way to my destination in the fog this morning. I'm sitting here this morning in the fog, and even as I finished singing Victory is Mine and all the stanzas that goes along with it, as soon as I got off the expressway, this song that my mother used to sing, I will trust in the Lord. And I started singing, I will trust in the Lord. So I'm telling you this morning to go ahead and be great today. Go ahead and show up in your own story, knowing that the God who created you is with you, will not forsake you, will not leave you by yourself. Just go ahead this morning and show up in your own story all day long. Just show up, because what I realize when I show up is that God is right there with me. He's an ever-present God. So go ahead and be great. Show up in your own story today. Even if the fog surrounds you, no matter what you will encounter today, you are not alone. God is right there with you. God is right there with you. So don't be afraid to show up in your own story. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Take good care.